we've got plank up downs on our knees coming up next. I'm going to do about 10 reps per side. If you've got more or fewer reps specified in your programming, go ahead and do the reps specified in your individual program. So let's move to the ground here. We're going to find a plank position on our knees, a high plank, which means my arms are going to be straight. I'm on my hands here. And then I have my knees on the ground instead of my feet. So this is the easiest version of these. If you find that these are too easy, go ahead and move up to the next level. So with this plank on my knees, I find the hardest thing is to keep an actual plank, because what happens is your hips naturally kind of want to move back here. So work to keep that good strong plank position by bracing your core and squeezing your glutes too, right? So those two work together to keep you stable. I'm going to have my hands just underneath my shoulders here, so my wrist should always be under my shoulders. I don't want to ever let my shoulders rock back here behind my wrists, right? So I've got shoulder blades squeezing down and back into my back pockets, abs braced and glutes on. I'm going to take my right hand, I'm going to bring it up, I'm going to put that right elbow just where my right hand was, and then I'm going to take my left hand and follow it, put that left elbow right where my left hand just was. Then I'm going to take my right hand, pick it up, put it where the elbow just was, and replace my left elbow with my left hand to follow. That's 1 rep on the right side. So we're going 10 on the right side here, and then we're going to go 10 on the left side. So my hips should stay pretty square here. I don't want to be rotating my hips open. The nice thing about this plank on your knees is it's really hard to rotate your hips open. So to keep that nice square positioning, flex your core and flex your glutes. I've got 2 more on the right side here. You breathing? If not, go ahead and start doing that now. There's my right side. If you need a rest, it's really nice to just go back into a little child's pose right here. Take a couple breaths in your child's pose, and then set yourself up in that plank on your knees again. We're going left side. So on that left side, find that good plank position on your knees, wrist stack underneath your shoulders, core engaged, glutes on, left hand lifts. I replace my wrist with my elbow, and then I'm going to follow that with the right side, keeping that really good plank down here. Make sure you're not in this plank mountain here, right? So we've got good activation through core and glutes at the bottom in that low plank as well. So I'm just going to continue on my reps. By this time, your abs and your shoulders should be talking to you just a little bit. So this is a great way to work up to a stronger push-up if your goal is to improve your push-up performance, because you're essentially doing a biased or single arm push-up here. Imagine that. Make sure you are keeping your shoulder blades down and back along your spine. I've got 2 more reps on this left side. If you notice on my reps, I'm not powering through it too much, right? Go back into that child's pose if you need a break. Right, so I want to keep those reps controlled here. If you have more reps, go ahead and complete your reps and move on to the next exercise in your program.